Hello everyone. First and foremost, this video is about note-taking. Because of the fact that this is new and we're exploring it together and it counts for a grade as your teacher and you as a student, this means more than it did when we were exploring it and trying it out last year. That being said, you guys are going to be working through and experiencing a whole range of different types of materials as we, your instructors, are exploring new types of instruction. That's what happens when we experience something new, is that we as your teachers explore and want to find the best ways to provide instruction, and then time is what determines what makes it effective or not. And so I'm performing a lot of videos and trying to help you and reach out to you guys that way, and other teachers are trying different things. And so what I essentially want to boil down for you in this video is how important it is that you take notes. There's a complete variety in how instruction is going to be delivered. And you're going to see that variety from Google Docs to videos to live instruction to synchronous to asynchronous. You will need to find a way to make that into a system that's organized that you can use for your learning. And so here in front of me, I have 2 paper copies of a sample note pile, right? And I'm not saying that your notes have to be on paper. If you're someone who loves that, who loves writing things down, that's very tactile, that's an action, which absolutely helps with remembering, do that. But if you think that writing notes on the computer in a Google Doc and typing it up is going to be more effective, absolutely take care of that. Because no matter what style of note-taking you choose to do, no matter what path you end up taking, this message stays the same. What makes notes effective is interacting with them and using them. No note is effective if you write it down and never look at it again. What makes a page of notes help you remember, and why we as your teachers encourage you to do it, is because of that informal understanding that you're going to go back and look at your notes later to actually use them for something. Whether it's homework or for any of the other reasons, the fact that you go back and you use them, it's what makes them effective. And so here, over here where it's the math page, is like, this is a great page of notes. It's organized. You can actually read it. It has a summary at the bottom. It has a title at the top. That's wonderful. This is a great page of notes. But what I want your notes to look like is the page over here. Even though this is an English page, what you can see is that there's multiple types of pens, so they've gone back and they've done it later. They've interacted with it multiple times. They've highlighted, they've circled things, they crossed things out. So that is what you need to do with your notes. That is what I'm going to encourage you to do with your notes, because that is going to be a key piece for you to be able to help ensure that this period of time is successful for your learning. So the other couple things that I want to point out that help you interact with your notes. At the top is an essential question, something that gets answered by your notes. And a lot of your teachers won't give you an essential question. It'll be algebra, 4th period, nothing else. But they will give you a title. So if the title is absolute equations, then maybe your essential question is, how do you solve absolute equations? Or how do you simplify absolute equations? And then that guides what your summary is at the bottom. Your summary really should be a description of how your notes answer your essential question. And so by writing an essential question, you're interacting with your notes because you have to know what is answered by your page of notes. Your summary is another way that you interact with your notes. You're doing something with your notes that help you remember it and ingrain it so you're actually able to know it. And then, like I talked about earlier, writing questions about your notes, highlighting, underlining, drawing circles, other sorts of editorial things are all ways to make your notes incredibly useful for you. Because that is what we imagine as teachers your notes are doing. We imagine that your notes are useful for you. And if you're someone who has always felt that your notes were a waste of time or just something to do, this is the missing piece. This is the piece that bridges between just taking notes for the sake of taking notes and actually having a tool that will make your learning successful. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this helps at least a little bit. Don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask me any questions or concerns that you have. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon.